They both have the same box. And look, if you put the boxes together thus so, like this, hold on. Wait, do I have? No, I got two Zaymot Paiolis. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, toy enthusiasts and those new to Tough Nerd Toys LLC. I'm your host, Uncle Nerd, and welcome to another exciting episode of Busted Open. Busted It Open since 2007, and today we are going to review G.I. Joe Classified Cobra Viper Officer and Vipers 3-pack box set, and this is what I've been waiting for a little bit. I mean, you know, I love the Vipers. It was just weird how when the Vipers came on the scene, I mean, it was pretty much like I thought they were going to be like Cobra Special Guard, but then the cartoon portrayed them as pretty much just like regular infantry, like the modernization of the Cobra infantry, which I thought as though like they look closer to Cobra Commander. So I mean, I thought they were going to be like the upper echelon or the superior Cobra soldiers. It wasn't until I think it wasn't Devil's Due, but I'm thinking it's the IDW comics that they literally, maybe it was Devil's Due, I'm not sure. I can't remember, but it was one comic where as though the what do you call it? The Crimson Guards. No, not the Crimson Guards, but the Cobra Vipers were like the elite of the Cobra infantry, or like the Cobras. They were like Cobra specialists, and like they were like they were up there beyond the Crimson Guards and everything like that. Like for you to be a Viper, you had to be like the best of the best, because I think the ranking went like this: Cobra Soldier, Cobra Officer. And then from there, officers, you were determined on whether you were going to be what classification of Cobra you were going to be in. Either you were going to be in like the Viper squad, or you just remained an officer, or you remained a Cobra, you know, like a Cobra, what's the name? A Cobra, or if you became a Cobra Snow Trooper, you know, like it was levels within the ranks. Right here, we have the box set. And this box set looks great. And again, it's done in a display box. They are no longer doing window boxes for some apparent reason. They say it's to cut cost on plastics and be environmentally friendly, but you're still cutting down trees to make this fun. But whatever. And the box is absolutely beautiful, as you can see right here. I'm going to bring this a little bit closer. You have a nice collage of the Cobra Vipers and the Cobra Viper officer right there. We're going to bring that a little bit closer so you can see the box. G.I. Joe Classified on the bottom. You got the Cobra Vipers and everything. A nice, beautiful collage of the Cobra Vipers. Number 47 on top. Cobra logo over here on the side. Over here we have the tech specs of the Cobra Vipers. Number 47, G.I. Joe right there. What else do we have right here? We have a beautiful product image of the Cobra Vipers on the back. Over here with the accessories, so on and so forth. You see they got tons of accessories. Attention, legal mumbo jumbo over here. Hasbro logo right there. Barcode right here if you want to read or scan this. Let me turn it up. It's a little bit of a tall box, so yeah. You know, write it, pause the video, write it down, scan it, whatever you can do. Legal mumbo jumbo here on the box right there. Some more legal mumbo jumbo talking about packaging and everything, hazards, and that is it. I think it is. So, I mean, what we're going to do, you see Cobra Viper logo over here, beautiful. I think what we're going to do now is bust these guys open and see if it's worth the scratch. Let's go. Let's go. I love the Cobra Vipers. Now, I'd almost forgotten to do the usual, and that is to go over their bios right here. And you can go to GIJoe.com, and you can look their bios up right here. And we have Cobra Viper pulled up right there. Oh, man, I swept it down. Gave it a swipe, and it went away. So let's go to the Cobras. And we go back to the Cobra Viper right here. Tap on the Cobra Viper. And it says, file name unknown, birthplace unknown, height varies. Foot soldiers, he has a 2. Like weapons, they have 2. Hand-to-hand combat, they have a 1. Night fighting, they have a 1. Highly trained and heavily armed, Cobra Vipers are elite Cobra soldiers. These battle-hardened recruits are selected from the best Cobra troopers and become Vipers only after months of intense training. So yeah, they kind of like lean towards both the cartoon and the, what do you call that? What do you call that? The IDW or either Devil's Due comics of G.I. Joe right there. I'm thinking it was IDW where like it was a troop of Cobra Vipers and they was putting that work in, man. So yeah, now we can go and see if these guys are worth the scratch.
G.I. Joe will return after these messages.
And we're back. Now, before I go into the next segment of this video, I wanted to let you guys know that this action figure set is on sale at toughnerdtoys.com. You can pick up yours real quick. I ship immediately. I don't post up things that I don't have in stock because I don't want to deal with the issues of people coming at me because of pre-orders that the company did not deliver but said they were going to. But I have these guys at a pretty reasonable price that ships immediately at toughnerdtoys.com. Also, inside of the box, I thought this was actually nice. The weapons came in this nice little cylinder right here, wrapped in G.I. Joe paper. And it's just all sorts of stuff in here. I think I got everything out. Let's look and see. Everything out, everything out. So we're going to put that to the side. The box was actually nice. And yes, it is in a nice little rice paper-ish type of, where all the accessories are. And it feels like it is a lot of them. And I mean a lot. Let me get this over here. So what I'm going to do, give me a second. I'm going to bust open all of this stuff for you guys. Wow. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. And just give me 1 second. And here we are with the Cobra Officer, Cobra Viper, Viper Officer, and Cobra Vipers 3-pack, and it is, I actually have to say it's well worth it. They've given you so many accessories, as you can see right here, and we're going to go through all of them, but the body sculpts of these guys, of course, they're all the same. The Viper Trooper, or the Viper Officer rather, is nothing more than a repaint, but it's perfect for army building with the Vipers. This is great versus having to be scalped out there with one Viper, somebody charging like $50-$60, whatever the case may be, sometimes even more. But yeah, it comes with a slew of accessories, and I will go bring this close. I'm going to bring this close real quick for you guys so that we can go over the accessories. First off, it comes with these Cobra backpacks right here that look absolutely great. Let me get this into focus for you guys. There you have the backpacks with a lot of sculpt, and you got ropes on the side, got pouches, you got the Cobra insignia. The Cobra insignia I think is painted a little bit lazy. It's a little bit cakey on the Cobra insignia. You can't really see it because of the cakey paint that they put on it. But as far as like the grenades and canisters and pouches they have on it, it looks really good. Got some straps going on. Great sculpt work done in a hard plastic, as with most of the backpacks that come with the G.I. Joe classified figures. This looks really, really good right here. You got the straps on the top, the rope and everything, as I stated before, done in a flat gray paint, but the textures within the rope look very, very good. Then of course, you have the Viper Officer pack, and it's the same thing, just done in a gold paint. Now, the gold paint looks a little bit better than what it does on the regular Cobra Infantry or Cobra Viper soldiers over there. It looks better than that, but you can see textures all in the backpack, as with the rest. Same sculpt, same thing, just a little bit different paint right here. So this one is black up here. It is painted in gray, as you can see right there, and you have the canisters that are the same. Everything's the same, just a different paint scheme, which is done very well. They could have done a little bit better on the paint with the Cobra insignia right there, or maybe but again, it's not that bad at all. Looks real good, looks really good. Just that the Cobra insignia looks a little bit cakey, whatever the case may be. Then you have, oh man, let me see. And mind you, they gave different weapons to pretty much like different weapons that you can disperse amongst the soldiers to give their own individuality, which I think is absolutely great. So we're going to go over these Glock pistols first. Glock pistols are pretty much, or like the pistols are the usual ones that you see with the G.I. Joe classified that came with the first wave right here. Then a nice hard black plastic right there. Great sculpting in them. If you've collected Joes thus far, you've seen these pistols before, but they're done very nice sculpting and everything. None of the nice hard black plastic. Then you have these goggles right here. The goggles look really good. They did the silver paint inside, very even, looks very good, done in a nice soft vinyl. As you can see, the goggles are actually pretty hard right there, so they look really good. You got some good sculpting in them. As you can see along the straps right there, you can see like they strapped in the line and everything like that. They did the goggles very, very, very well. I think they're good. And then you have the Cobra Viper Officer goggles. His is just the same thing, just done in the gold, and the gold paint looks real good in here. As you can see, they did a great job on the gold paint right there. Same thing as the other one. Then you have some, let me see, let's go over these weapons first over here, because you got blast effects with these things too. And here is a nice grenade launcher / submachine gun, all combined into one. This looks real good. I cannot say the real model or make of these. Can you take the clip out? Feels like you can. Yes, you can remove the clip. Look at that. Very good. Nice. Good touch, Hasbro. Good touch. Keep this up. This looks really good. Sculpting all in the handle and the barrel and everything. All sorts of ports and holes, so you can put these beautiful blast effects in here, as you can see. And yes, it does come with a slew of blast effects. That looks good. That looks really good. And they don't feel cheap or like they're going to break or anything like that. They did the blast effects really good. Now this one right here, more than likely, you're going to have to put this one down here. That's for the grenade launcher. The blast effects are absolutely beautiful on here. But back to this weapon right here, it looks really, really good. Then you have this blaster, or like this, pretty much like this weapon right here. And it comes with a removable clip. Yes, you can remove the clip on this. This one's stuck in a little bit. Don't want to break it, but you can get it out right there. The clips are removable. Nice sculpting all along the gun. You came with two of these. Two of these came in the package. They look really good. Nice sculpting in the weapon right here. You can see everything that's going on. Done in a hard plastic as with the rest of the weapons. Real good. All in the handle. Everything looks good. It has a port in the front so you can plug in the blast effect. Then you have this. This is pretty much the Viper Officer's pistol right here. And it's painted in a red as right there to pretty much distinguish, like, look, this is my weapon. And it looks really, really good. Great sculpting all in the weapon, as you can see. Got the little sights right there. Everything looks really, really good in this weapon. Looks really good. And it came with a suppressor. Suppressor, you plug right into the front of the weapon, of the pistol, and boom. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. And of course, it takes a blast effect, man. You know it takes a blast effect. And yes, I will show you guys all the blast effects that come included with this. This one doesn't. This looks more like it would be a blast effect for this right here. Look at that. You might want to give it a little bit of heat to straighten it out. Comes with nice blast effects. And then you have this nice, for the officer, looks like a sniper rifle right here. I put this with the Viper Officer. Now you can mix and match the weapons as you want to, but I put this one with the Viper Officer. And look, the scope looks really good. The scope on it looks very good. The handle looks good. Nice sculpting all along the barrel and the gun. Everything looks good. And of course, removable clip as with the rest of them. Looks really, really, really good. They did a great job on the weapons. Then you have this one submachine gun right here, and it looks real good. And again, you can mix match these weapons any way you want to. Got a nice, great construction. Great sculpting on this removable clip as with the rest of them. Looks Really, really, really good. I like the way they do in the clip, the way it's removable. And they give them more like, you know, mature weapons and everything like that. Because honestly, I mean, adult collectors are collecting this stuff right here, man. I mean, it is what it is. What they need to do is make a weapons pack, man. They need to make a weapons pack. But yeah, this is good. This is real good. Like back in the day, they made weapons pack. So I mean, like all these accessories, along with these beautiful blast effects, and they're done in a translucent yellow plastic. Looks really good. Has the peg on the back, so you can plug it in. They even have one that's smoking to give it a smoke effect for after you finish shooting the gun or whatever the case may be. This one looks really, really good right here. Look at that. That looks great. That looks good. That looks really good right there. In total, you have a total of two. Let me see. Let me flash it down here. You have a total of 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, just about 9 blast effects, and they went all out, man. I'm telling you, this is you don't feel like you got robbed on this one right here. I'm telling you, they really did a good job right here. You can see the smoke of the barrel from the blast coming off and everything. This is real good. Sorry, my finger's in the way. You have this one right here for the machine gun look. Look at that. Looks real good. Then in a translucent orange and red, or like I would say like a gold. It starts out as a yellow and then change or like pretty much flows into a red right there. Plastic, clear, translucent plastic. You have the straight blast effect right here. Looks real good. Same thing here. Starts out as red, trans goes into the yellow right here, or pretty much merges into the yellow right there. You have the cake blast right here. I like this one right here. Looks real good. Any other blast effects that I've shown you guys. Now, as far as the figures, what I'm going to do, because these two figures right here are the exact same. They're all the same. They're all the same. All you're getting is a color swap. So I'll just take two and do a comparison with you guys. He'll still be here, whatever the case may be, but you can take these two guys right here, and these Vipers look great. These Vipers look great. As you can see, the Cobra officer has the nice gold to him. As you can see in his helmet, evenly done, no paint slippage or miss. Great sculpting in the helmet. Everything looks good. The pouches and tactical vest looks great. I always love the padding that the Cobra Vipers had on them. I find this a little bit odd that there's some padding on the outside, but not any on the outside of the leg. It looks like maybe they put it on backwards or something like that. I don't know. But I love the boots right here. Always love the Cobra Viper boots. I can see these Viper boots being used again for the Cobra Hitch Driver boots. I can see that happening because it looks very similar. The pouch, tactical vest on the back looks good. Helmet looks good. Has some padding sculpted onto the back of it and everything. Have a little bit of padding onto the sides of the helmet. Everything looks good. This gold paint is absolutely gorgeous right there. Got a little Cobra deco there done in the yellow. It looks good. Pouches all over this guy. Gun holster. Everything is looking good on this guy. They did a great job on these Cobra Vipers right here. Pouches all along the bottom of the tactical vest. Everything looks real good. You got straps sculpted in. Body armor sculpted in. Everything sculpted in. Gloves. Got like a little tactical glove going on. Got some more padding on the forearms right there. Or pretty much like gauntlets, if you want to call it that. Got the scarf, and yes, the scarf is removable, as with the other Cobra Vipers. If you haven't purchased those before, the scarf is removable, and it's done out of a nice, like, hard plastic, so it doesn't really just come off like that. It stays on when you pop it on. As you can see, look, nothing's loose on this guy or anything like that, but they look really good. Same thing for this guy. I just want to show you, it's just basically a color swap, but it does it perfectly well. This one has the silver mask. This is pretty much like the standard Cobra Viper right here. This is the officer right here, and it looks good. Now what I like is that it looks like, unlike, no, they didn't. I thought they added a little bit of black, because through the camera it looks like they added a little bit of black on top of his helmet right here, but they didn't. But this is classic Cobra Viper right here. It looks real good. The red and blues really pop on this guy with the black and red tactical vest. Same thing, and you got like the deco on the belt right here. If you look real good, there's some deco on the belt of the Cobra insignia right along here, and it's painted really even, not as cakey as the backpack or anything like that, Looks really good. Treads on the bottom. What do they look like? Somewhat of a tread, but you got the holes down there and everything like that. But they did a great job, and I mean great job on these guys right here. They look good. I can see some reuse right here, but I don't mind with these Joes. Great stitching along the back of the pants and everything like that. Gun holster looks good, as you can see right there. Great stitching. The boots look great as usual. And again, this guy is the same thing. It is nothing pretty. This is pretty much just an army builder set, if you ask me. It's nothing more than an army builder set, so that you can really, you get like 3 or 4 of these. You got your nice little army of Cobra Vipers without getting robbed for just paying for one. And it looks good. It looks real good. Really good. And you know, you can get them all with a different look, because you can take the scarves off of some of them and, you know, leave someone with a backpack, without a backpack, give them all different weapons, so on and so forth. Let's see how this Cobra officer's backpack fits into him. Oh man, this is nice and snug too. Even better than some of the other first generation Joe's, G.I. Joe classifieds that they did. This backpack fits in nice and snug. This is like classic G.I. Joe backpack, fitting in the peg hole on his back. Looks really good. Looks really, really, really good. You can also get these goggles on here. You can't have a Cobra Viper without the goggles. And that, you know what? I actually found that to be cool, because I always felt as though if they got a mask like that, why do they need the goggles? But it's just to me, I felt as though it added to the terror or the seriousness of the character, and it fits on pretty good. Wait, hold on. Yeah, and they fit on pretty good right there. Just got to bring it down some right there. So just hold it with your thumb right here and slide this back piece down, and boom, it's locked in. There you go. That is classic Cobra Vibe. I put it on a little bit crooked, but it still looks good, man. It looks good, man. That's them Cobra Vipers. Wait, let me straighten that out. That looks good. Let's put it on this guy. Let's see what these guys look like with the backpack, how their backpacks sit in. It's nice and snug, man. And of course the goggles go on nice and snug too. Yeah, this is Cobra Vipers right here, man. I guess this is if they want to take off the mask or the helmet eventually, and they can just roll with the goggles and stuff like that. They just were. I felt as though the Vipers were the ultimate Cobra Trooper. I always loved the Vipers. Always loved their look. I just felt as though in a way when they did do the mask like this, it took away from the individuality of Cobra Commander. But I was like, okay, it works. As I started seeing them, you know, because I always thought the mask on Cobra Commander just made him just like awesome. Just made him awesome. And yes, the weapons do fit into the holsters, as you can see. We're gonna fit this right here onto the Cobra Viper officer. Look at that, nice and snug, man. Nice and snug. Now I don't see a spot to put the silencer or the put the suppressor as what they did, as they had with Stalker. But I mean, it's still good. Still good. And of course the weapons fit right in his hand, real good. Now these grips are tight. I can tell you that from the beginning, man. You're gonna have to like whittle it in. Ooh. Yeah, them grips is tight, boy. I can't just have him holding that gun. He gotta have that finger through the trigger, man. Ah, there we go. Pop that grip open a little bit. There we go. There we go. There we go. Gotta have a finger through the hole, through the trigger. Look at that. Gotta have that. But it looks really nice on this guys, man. It looks really nice. Blast effects fit in real good. Nah, you know what? This is sniper one, right? Look at that. Look at that. Let's see how these guys look. We'll take Lonely over here. Put him right there. Let's get him right there and do. And we have him looking good. And again, these all the accessories fit on these guys very snug. Very snug. We're gonna give him, let's give him the submachine gun. And again, their grips, these G.I. Joe grips are very tight. So like pry the hand open or add a little heat to them to do what you got to do. Me, myself, I don't mind prying them open because it's not like the old G.I. Joes of when I was a kid, when they would like, if you bent that finger was snapping, man. That finger was snapping, and this looks good. Now this is the one that needs to get the submachine gun blast effects right here. This looks great. Get this in here for you guys. Look at that. That looks good. That looks good, man. That looks good. So you know what I'm going to do right now, because I think I've shown you enough of the figure, man. I don't want to bore you guys or anything like that, because I could be messing around with these guys all day long. I forget I'm doing a video, man. That's how much I'm into this right here. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take a pic of these guys, and we'll be right back with my final thoughts, okay?
G.I. Joe will return after these messages. G.I. Joe will return after these messages.
Now, as far as articulation goes, I didn't want you guys to think I forgot. What it was is I got so caught up in the aesthetic of these guys, and with like, pretty much going over the like the craftsmanship of it and everything, that I forgot to go over the articulation for you guys. So here we go. And these guys are fully posable, just as well as with most of the G.I. Joe classified. And of course you can get this head, because nothing constricting it, or there's no sculpting or engineering or anything like that blocking the way his head turns. You can get his head to go all the way around. You can look up, but not that far, whatever the case. Maybe let me take this off so I get a good mobility. Yeah, he has butterfly joints at the arm, at the shoulders right here. Arm can go all the way around. Bicep swivel, double hinged elbow, as you can see. No anything like that. Twisting and pivoting along the wrist, but a little bit is going to keep the mobility a little bit, like how can I say, a little bit from because of the padding right here, but it's not going to really constrict you from doing too much or anything. Now his due to the tactical vest he has on, his ab crunch is a little bit weak. You can't get that much going, but you got a lot of waist rotation and everything like that. Nice leg split. Thigh cuts, as you can see, got some nice thigh cuts going on right there. Double hinge knee, and he's very stiff, as you can see. Twisted the calf, ankle rocker, and pivoting going on at the ankle. These guys are absolutely beautiful. Great Great for army building. If you can happen to get these at a cheap price, or if you see somebody selling them loose or whatever the case may be, definitely pick them up. And they have that drop down crotch that they put on most of the Joes, which I don't know why they do it. As you saw, I just lifted it up. This whole area can drop down. I don't know why they do it. Maybe it's something you guys out there can tell me the reason why they do it. As you can see, I took the scarf off too, because you can do that too. Because like I remember the Vipers sometimes having the scarves around their neck, sometimes not having it, but like they did a great job. Weapons fit securely in their holsters, as you can see. This is nothing more than the Vipers that they had released as like a Target exclusive. Now you can just get them at a more affordable price without being scalped. But get them now because you know what's going to happen. And again, if you're looking for your set, you can get your set at www.toughnerdtoys.com. And yeah, these guys are absolutely nice. The Vipers are the Cobra Vipers and the Cobra Officer are coming in at about, let me see. These guys are coming in. Let me straighten this out for you guys. Bring that back a little bit. And they're coming in at about 6 inches, as with most Joes. And they look good. Tons of accessories, as you can see down there. Tons of accessories, tons of blast effects. You can get tons of stuff going on. Here he is next to, here they are rather, next to, let me move one of them out the way. Next to Beachhead. Beachhead is looking good next to these guys, and these guys look like they are going to give Beachhead a problem. And this is the series when the Vipers came out, is when Beachhead came out. Here he is next to my man right here, Stalker, newly reviewed Stalker. You can check out the playlist. You'll see Stalker. Check out the G.I. Joe Classified playlist. Here he is next to G.I. Joe Classified Battle Android. Here they are next to the Battle Android Troopers. Here they are next to, they're pretty much, how can I say, let me get his helmet. The grunts of G.I. Joe. Oh, not G.I. Joe, but I would say like more so Cobra. And I think they look good with the Cobra Soldier. Let me straighten them out. I got him up there looking all buck leg, junk like that. Here he is next to a Cobra Soldier. Cobra Soldier look a little jealous, because you know they got to follow the orders of the Vipers and stuff like that. That's the pecking order, my friend. And here he is with 6'2", Eyes of Blue, Duke. They look great. A must-have in your collection. If you're collecting G.I. Joe Classifieds, a must-have. These guys are absolutely great. And again, you can pick up your box of G.I. Joe Classified Cobra Viper with Officer 3-pack at toughnerdtoys.com. We definitely got these guys in stock. Great, get yours quickly before supplies, while supplies last, before they run out. But definitely pick up this set. David Nora, now it wasn't in the mood today, so I didn't want to bring David Nora in. But yeah, these guys are absolute great. They're great G1 reference, just with a modernized look. They did a great job. The weapons don't feel too futuristic or anything like that. They did a wonderful, wonderful job. So with that being said, that brings this review to a close. Please be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and share this video. And remember, when you buy a toy, what do?